This wasn't just a foul, this was a breaking point. One moment, one reaction, and suddenly, Angel Reese is at the center of the biggest controversy in the WNBA. Benched, questioned, and now, everyone is asking the same thing. Did she go too far?
Caitlin Clark said, "No layups in my house," and sent Angel Reese flying like it was a Southwest commercial. That flop had Academy Award winner written all over it. But the refs really looked at that and said, "Yep, that's definitely murder," and gave Caitlin a flagrant like she pulled a knife out mid-play. And Angel tried to run up on her and said, "You're crazy as fuck, what the fuck are you doing?" And Caitlin's all like, "This is just basketball. It's either a layup or free throws. Pick one."
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
And just like that, Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double, won by 35.
When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA, she didn't just bring talent. She brought attention, pressure, and expectations unlike anything the league had seen before. And standing on the other side, Angel Reese, a player who had already built a reputation for intensity, confidence, and never backing down. Their rivalry didn't start in the WNBA. It followed them there.
Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever is currently putting the beats on the Chicago Sky. And I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is furious because she wants to make it her business to beat Caitlin Clark this year. And I'm telling you right now.
Fast forward to game night. Tension was already building. Hard fouls, trash talk, physical, then it happened. A fast break, a split-second decision, and a hard foul that stopped everything. Play on every possession.
Black and White Sports supporters, well, I told you guys there would be a follow-up video on the nuclear fallout. That's exactly what it's been. Over the take foul, as Caitlin Clark is calling it, and that's a great way to say it. It was a take foul. She was trying to prevent a wide-open layup, although one could argue that she might have missed it anyway, on Angel Reese, and then Angel Reese went absolutely, utterly berserk.
Caitlin Clark steps in, prevents the easy bucket, but the contact? It was Angel Reese didn't like it. Not one bit. She turns, she reacts, and suddenly, the game isn't just basketball anymore, Van Soft.
You got this little white girl and Caitlin Clark out here busting that flat out, bro. Triple dub. And I don't want to hear none of that stat padding stuff, bro. She had a triple double, and that's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. So I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, she fouled her hard, bro. It was a malicious play." Man, that wasn't no malicious play. This is a malicious play. Check it out. What y'all gonna say?
Officials step in, teammates rush over, and moments later, Reese is pulled to the bench, not as punishment, but as control. Because when emotions reach that level, you don't risk escalation. The energy completely shifts.
We need to talk about the hard foul. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese while going up for a layup. People are making a big deal out of this. And me, I'm looking at it like, look, it was just a hard foul. I don't even think it was flagrant. The only thing that was flagrant was Angel Reese's response, right? How she responded to the hard foul. And obviously you can see there's still a little hate. There's still a little hate out there. But I'm going to say this. WNBA, lean in on this. Lean in on it.
It's just basketball, take foul. Nothing MNO drama. No escalation. Just focus. And then she let her game do the talking. Delicious.
Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul, and what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
Let's be clear. This wasn't random. This rivalry, that moment, sparked debates across the country. Confidence versus disrespect. Passion versus provocation. And now, it's followed them into the pros. Why goes back years.
Sugarcoating this. This is pure hate, pure hatred for that white girl in India. Excuse me. I need to specify. Sorry. The one that wears 22 in Indiana.
Within minutes, social media some said it was just basketball. Others called it crossing the line. But one thing was clear. People were watching. Dead.
you like the way your players responded there, just to that moment? It looked like somebody was coming over talking with Angel, coaching staff was talking with her to calm her down, make sure that it didn't escalate any further.
Yeah, I think that it's a little misrepresentation to calm her down. I think emotions were high on both sides, and so I think Angel reacted in a way that any of us would react in a moment like that.
This isn't just about one play. It's Caitlin Clark brings attention. Angel Reese brings intensity. Together, they bring something the league has never had before. A rivalry people can't ignore about the future of the WNBA.
Dave, we saw Caitlin Clark become the fastest player in WNBA history to have 3 triple-doubles. Besides it getting a little bit spicy with her and Reese, what did you like that you saw from Clark?
Speaking of spicy, right? I think that was just a no free buckets foul. Now, it was a hard one, and I think the refs did their job, and I'm glad we can focus on the court. But Caitlin Clark, she came in this season as the MVP favorite for 2025, and even though it's one game, you can see that it may not just be all talk. She had a triple-double, as you mentioned, 20, 10, and 10. And you can see 2 things happening. Playing with vets like Dewana Bonner and Natasha Howard, it allows her to not constantly be doubled or triple teamed or trapped.
Versus Clark, they went head-to-head. Let's check out when as we pick this up early in the second. Angel Reese, she's been working on that jumper, and it's good. Some respect on it. Sky down 3 under 10 left now. Clark finds her spot, and it's a green bean. CC beating the buzzer, and then check this out on the Sky bench. Angel Reese, you're like, man, come on, man. You got to D up. How you gonna let her get that jump? A little shade. Fever up by 13 at the break. After the miss, this is what everyone's talking about. She gets a rebound, and then Clark comes in with a hard foul. Reese has to be held back as Aaliyah Boston steps in.
So, what happens now? More matchups, more tension. More because the next time these two meet, it won't just be a game. It'll be an event. Eyes on every single game.
Make sure that tensions didn't get too high after the play. Now with this play, they did call a flagrant 1 on Caitlin Clark. They said that it was unnecessary contact on the play, but I immediately knew, I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be something that goes viral. A bunch of people are gonna talk about it. People are going to make it into something bigger than it needs to be. They're
2 stars, 1 rivalry, and a league changing in real time. The question is this just drop your thoughts below? Who's in the right? And who takes the next matchup? The beginning?
The Indiana Fever just played their first game against the Chicago Sky, and folks, it was not close. It was not close. I remember my timeline being flooded with people saying it was going to be a good dogfight. It was going to be a close game. It was going to come down to the wire. It was going to be a great one. No, it wasn't. It was a 40-point blowout. And it was a great game on one side. On the other side, it was a little questionable. But we got to see Caitlin Clark in full force.
And this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her. She was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out. Well, what's going on? Look, and the thing is, I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool. But I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. Ooh. I mean, she was getting after it, fam.
But a lot of hate going on out there. And I mean, hate from Angel Reese fans onto both Indiana Fever fans and guys that just want to talk about sports like Robert Griffin III.